Okay, welcome all to this week's of Tier 3 matches, and here at Overwatch Oasis. And today we got a killer of a game. We got W17, a team trying to fight for a playoff spot right now versus Zanshin Tactics, a team that unfortunately had almost had a close rebound, but if I'm correct, they're basically out of the running if I'm correct for the playoffs. But they're still here and they're still kicking to play. Maybe potentially knock a team out. Also knock our team out for playoffs potentially. I'll be play-by-play commentator here tonight. SD Tempo.
And I'm Lee Ratty, and I'll be your caster.
The one and only, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Lee Ratty. Absolute legend right here. Casting it for us when it's like 2 in the morning for him, which is insane.
Oh no, it's not too bad today. It's only 20 to 1.
Oh, okay. So
it's because you guys had that
time
clocks.
change.
Yeah, time change.
Yeah,
so it's not too bad.
The United States likes to give us those daylight savings so they can mess up our sleep schedules. But hey, we're still standing, thankfully. Oh, okay. So here we go. Our first map is gonna be in Nepal. So I'm assuming we're gonna see some brawl coming out both these sides. Both these teams really liking the Ryan comps. DP recently going back to the brawl comp ever since the pickups of the recent pickups of like Bambi, Oomfed, Pop Tart. However, Bambi Oom will not be starting. It'll be John Hawk, who will be on the Reinhardt. Chuckster gonna be playing the Diva. So actually, a bit of a difference is that we haven't been seeing a lot. Is the Ryan Diva comp? It will be played here on the side of DP. Zanshin Tactics gonna be running a traditional Sim May, the point comp. They're just going straight to point with that. With the Zarya. However, they're gonna be careful because DP has that poking potential. Ridge Hunt on the far. They're actually gonna be engaging here early. But the teleporter on top, they're gonna get booped off right there. Ridge Hunt was ready for that with that concussion blast. Zanshin Tactics, knowing that they don't want to play into that far sight lines, they're going to be rotating a point here, but they're going to burn Immortality Field early, and it wasn't enough. KDB was still in the open. They're going to get shredded. That's the opening that Chuck was looking for. He's going to double the other supporters low. Lily Knight and Great Raven gone. Joker on this Batiste. Actually a roll. I don't see Joker on that often, but he's going to be doing some kills here. He's taking out Living Truth. DP getting the first cap there. We're gonna get some instant swaps coming in here from the side of Zanshin Tactics. Zombs going off to the McCree. Our Demo actually going off the May shock, or Sim I should say, going onto the Junkrat. It makes sense. Once that Sim strat does not work, you cannot recapture it, but you gotta get off it. So it makes sense why they're gonna swap off. However, the Junkrat to the far, it's a bit of a risk. Living Troops are gonna have to be on top of it with these Defense Matrix peels. Zanshin rotating off of the high ground right now, walking into the main tank. John Hawk actually not in the shadow arena right now, so you guys gotta be careful, especially for Honey Biscuit getting caught on the open by Ardemo. And now John Hawk down, it's looking like a large team fight. Grim's gonna contest, use that barrage to move by Lily Night Raven, but most of that barrage not getting much because of the immortality. Zom's still alive in the back right now, but he was able to live. But he's gonna be taken out because Rich Hunter is just on fire right now, fighting 3 in that team fight, getting the D-back while he's at it. It actually turns this fight around perfectly for DP. The contest is just not there besides Zanshin onto that Farah, and because of that, Rich just gets free reign. Sorry for saying coming in now, almost at 80. That's almost basically last team fight coming in for Zanshin Tactics. So they have some ults coming up. They have the window, they have the nano, and they're gonna have the shatter. They're gonna have to actually get past this choke though. It's maybe a bit tough. The high noon with the window could be quite deadly. However, it's looking like our Demon's going for a bottom right flank while outside Zombs. The both DPS actually, you expect McCree, but the Junkrat also with them. Shatter comes through because I need you, but it is cancelled. But the nano is there to keep him alive. But it's unfortunate because John looks so far back. He's trying to fight the back line completely. And because of that one pin from John Hawk, Zanshin can't touch. And DP dominantly holds first point.
1-0.
Yeah, that was quite really dominating from DP then.
Zanshin just honestly, they really didn't seem like they had any game plan coming into that fight right there. A lot of times Rich had that free spacing, and it's obvious they went onto the Diva to contest him, but Living Troop just had so much to deal with. It seemed like there might be a bit of a confusion going around what they want Living Troop to be, because Living Troop's with the Reinhardt that needs you, but he's probably should be going after the Pharah or peeling for the supports when they're getting jumped up by the Pharah. Zanshin, they're gonna have to shut this Pharah down on the side, because Rich Hutt is just a menace right now. They're going to switch on the Sigma, however, which is actually a very smart choice. Sigma, still a very underrated off tank, even after the nerfs. Our team is going to also be going off of his roll onto the Ashe. They're going to play double hit skin here. They're trying to get Bridge to play a bit more safe, and it's looking like it's going to work. Kenny McCormick not going to be able to throw free anymore. He's going to be sniped instantly by Zombs. No mercy for the farm means no pharmacy, and that's it. That's the code cracked. Zanshin Tactic's gonna push right in. Jokingly still like however, he's gonna actually fight Ardemo shockingly, but he's gonna be stalling as long as he can, but it won't be enough. Jokingly take it down. And Zanshin will actually take first cap this time around.
Just goes to show you take out the Mercy from the Pharah Mercy, and the Pharah's kind of elusive.
It takes away so much resources off that Pharah, and it's honestly better, it's always better to kill the Mercy to the Pharah in certain situations like that.
Well, you take away the Pharah's confidence of going aggressive.
Indeed, and when you do that, that's pretty tricky for you. Shadow does come up with John Hawk, but that window is perfectly timed for Lily Night Raven. It's gonna melt the main tank instantly. But look at this! Rich fights too, and his first focus not even with him right now. Kenny's dead, but he doesn't care. He's going in right now. Honey's gonna pop the high noons, gonna have to hold that one for a bit longer than they expected, but it will find Living True. That one high noon kill might have brought it back. Mirage coming here, Rich Hutt. The Sigma Shield not up to block it, and just in that small mistake from Living Troops gonna allow Rich Hutt to get a little carry it there, bringing it back. 50% gonna be gained to the side of Zanshin, but DP gonna take it right there. And now we got some interesting ults coming up. Valk and Bomb coming up alongside of the window, which jokingly is gonna probably pop this team fight. However, he's gonna have to save that immortality field because the Flux is ready for them to true. Basically, all stack of walking minus support ults ready on the side of Zanshin. Window is popped, but they're gonna play out of sight line. Smart from Zanshin Tactics. Ult pop, and the immortality is a bit too far forward. Jokingly's gonna be taken out just because of that, and this is looking like it's gonna be a cleanup for Zanshin. The pin is gonna be on deck, sees you, but nothing was canceled, and it's okay at the end of the day. High Noon giving a double kill from Zombs. Taking out Kenny actually, mid Valk. And just like that, Zanshin dominantly take control back. DP gonna be rotating bottom right large health hacker now. They want to probably get the bomb angle, or even give the space for Honey Biscuit, who has the high noon ready to go. Shatter is massive, however, that's gonna end that push instantly. John Hawk shredded to smithereens. Chuckster trying to stall as long as he can, and it's actually might not be in vain. That stall being the space to Ridge Hunt, who will fight Zombs. KDB Resident, however, and that's going to be a successful one right there. Zombs back in the fight. High Noon pops out, but it's going to be blocked. That needs you. The barrier ready to go, and Ridge is being spaced by the double hit scan right now. No pop by Williams right Raven, but it's looking like it's not going to do much. Not because of the bad window, but because it's already cleaned up. There's no one to shoot at there. Zanshin Tactics melting the opposition, and they're gonna take point 2 here.
Justice reigns from above.
That was a lot better from Zanshin.
Score.
The double hit scan was, definitely a lot better, because the double hit scan was the answer there. And DP, if they just didn't swap off the Pharah, they probably should have. With Kenny McCormick going to be on the Lucio now, I'm assuming Ridge is going to get off this Pharah pick. Yes, he is. The Tracer coming out, which is, Always a fantastic pick on control. On the side of Zanshin, they're not going to change much. However, Demo going to be going onto the Hanzo.
Round 3. Capture the objective.
Well, DP probably going to make a point here first. They're going to have Ridge actually be on the Reaper instead of the Tracer. They're going to be playing this hard brawl. Not a bad idea. However, the only problem now is Zanshin can just outpoke them. They have the Hanzo and the Kree, and now DP has to play a patient game. They do have the point control. That is the one advantage that DP has right now. Chuck's been pushing out here with the defense matrix, but he's going to burn that instantly. He's got the back up in that cubby. The damage being bursted onto these barriers. And here we go. Zanshin, they're going to engage, but the boot from Kenny's going to knock Daddy out of position. He's going to be taken out by Chuck. That's... Part of that burst damage onto Daddy Iju was done by Rich Hunt, and that's the magic about the Reaper of this Brawl comp. John Hawk going in forward of his team, melted into a Team of Reaper by the Fan the Hammer, but the space was created, and that depth is not in vain. Rising Lily Night Raven, it won't be done, however. Can he be picked there? It's actually turnable! RDO Money Honey Biscuit instantly! The fight is now terrible, jokingly going to be headshotted from the distance from Demo. That Resmo can work wonders the side of Zanshin Tactics. John Hawk on the point, but there's no immortality to keep him up. He's going to be pinned into a corner, smushed like he's out of a factory. Kenny trying to stall as well as he can, but he's going to be probably swatted here. Deity is for the Storm Arrow, and a solid 43% got by DP. The Hanzo just doing work here. That's the one problem with playing this comp. It's just, if you play this Brawl comp, you're gonna be if they get outpoked like that, there's not much you can do. Shatter is actually magic, and the combo with the window and the Shatter working gratefully for the side of Zanshin. Instant reset gonna be on the side of DP. Yokoi almost getting picked there by Artivo. Actually, he has to be careful. He does not want to get poked if he picked, I should say, with him poking there. Living True probably gonna pop the ground top flux here, and it looks like he might have to. Rich Hunter actually finds Artivo, who gets a bit antsy there. Ground top flux pops, but it gets nobody. DP with the speed boost, just get right through it. They're gonna run right into the team with the Blossom. Blossom speed boost doing his wonders. Almost. Very nostalgic for a lot of people who were for that Beyblade Meadow, that Beyblade combo with the speed boost.
Bit of a waste of bomb there for Chuck.
Oh yeah, most definitely, yeah. You know, I guess he thought there were still more bodies there on the flank of the bomb, but yeah, bomb was wasted. Honestly, I'm honestly shocked. I'm surprised Chuck's gonna be on the D.Va here. I was expecting him to be on the Zarya. Or the Sigma, where they're running this hard brawl, but they're going to be committed to. He's going to be committed to this D.Va. He's picked. I knew his pop, but it's going to be a trade-off on both sides. However, the front line is just being crushed. John Hawk finding a fatty of a shatter there, but the Dragon it's going to be able to get that killing potential for the side of DP, and Zanshin going to be able to turn that fight right back around in their favor. They cap the point back.
One more fight win for DP though, can see him probably clinch his first map.
Definitely, but that's the problem is, Lee, is that they're gonna have to go to some ults, right? Because like they only have the High Noon and the beat. That beat probably is gonna be saved for either the Shatter or Flux, but the ult advantage on the side of Zanshin is just so great right now, and
yeah.
and they could definitely stall this because you're in last fight territory, especially with that pick onto Ridge.
Come on.
Honey of the High Noon, but I don't think she should peek there. There's definitely a sonar arrow there. He's not Honey. Being smart. Shatter Flux comes out, but Kenny is perfectly times the beat. Someone has to point it over, and it's looking like it might be Chuck. John charges off the cliff. Daddy Diju. Zombs finds Honey's Biscuit. It's looking quite antsy to the side of DP right now. Zombs taken out, however, that's the dead McCree. Trade-off is actually in favor. Our team will just being a lifesaver for the side of Zanshin right now. Gonna find the Storm Arrow onto Ridge. Finds the second headshot to Kenny McCormick. DP. not gonna be winning this team fight or this map. It seems like Honey Biscuit is back, but it won't be enough. Zanshin will take map 1.
Diving Phoenix looks so dominant in the first round as well.
Yeah, I honestly gotta say, I think it's because of some certain composition picks there. Like on the first map, you know, it's because Zanshin were not, you know, peeling for their supports properly, and the flower was getting so much space that was not being dealt with properly. The map 2, you know, they shut the floor down completely, and DP didn't swap off at a time. And there on map 3, like I said, I don't think the Diva was displayed there from the side of Chuckster. I think that is definitely a map, if you're gonna play that hard brawl, you play the Zarya with it. You don't play the Diva. So honestly, I think it was a bit of a compositional swaps, compositional picks on the side of DP. I also gotta say that our demo was just so dominant and uncontested that on Shrine there actually, or Sanctum. Sanctum, I think it is. I mean, I can never memorize the Nepal maps. But yeah, his Hanzo got so much work done. Like I said, it's because he just could not. Sorry, I was reading. Sorry about that chat. I was reading a DM there quickly. That was important DM to read. So yeah, going back to what I was saying before, our demo just like when he's running that Hanzo there was so much free poke he had, right? Because DP has that close range brawl comp that wants to just run at the face. And DP, they really weren't running at the DPS line on the right side or the support line. They were running to point a lot of the time, and that just gave free reign to Zombs. Or when I say Zombs, our demo, you know, just pumped in that storm arrow damage and built up a fast dragon. Got a pick. You actually picked the supports a lot there on the Hanzo.
So we're going on to my favourite map.
King's Row, classic. Man, an absolute classic map. You know, King's Row. You see a lot of Reinhardt. We see a lot of Reinhardt in Tier 3, but King's Row is like, if your team doesn't run Reinhardt in Tier 3, they're gonna run it no matter what in King's Row. It's just such a famous map for the German in armor.
So we're having no changes on the side of Zanshin.
Understandably, because very strong performance coming out from them there.
We'll see what we get from Diving Phoenix, changes wise. I think we're going to see Nat on this map. I think we'll see Nat.
I mean, this is definitely a Nat map, you know, Nat with the Ana BAP. I mean, this is definitely, you know, the map they play them on. So yeah, I will definitely have to agree with you, Lee.
Nat's never played Ana and BAP in her life. She's a Mercy 1 trick.
Oh, really? I didn't. That's crazy. I didn't know that. See, you know, sometimes I'm looking for this profile though, Lee. I'm seeing a lot of Ana play. Crazy.
If she watches this back, she's gonna kill me.
Probably. Probably. But you know what? As you know, even though she is my sibling, and I should know what she plays, I'm gonna have to go on. I'm gonna have to believe you, Lee. I'm gonna have to believe you there.
How do I check if the data center's on lobby? Do you reckon that's why a few of them saying it was lagging, because the data center was not on central?
Really? Oh, okay.
Well, it wasn't. It said it was on best available. So I'm assuming it was on EU servers.
Oh my god.
So we do have the next lineup in for Diving Phoenix, and we're going to see Bambi come in for Holy Chuckster, and Nat coming in for Jokingly.
Okay, so yeah, you were correct there. Nat coming in, but Bambi, I mean, Bambi and John Hawk, you know, there was a back in last season, you know, that was one of the most feared tank lines right there. And here he comes, Bambi coming back in, probably played the Reinhardt. You know, Bambi likes his Reinhardt. He especially loves the Wrecking Ball. So might see the Wrecking Ball Ryan come out here on the side for Bambi. Alright, no readies just yet, but you know, I one thing I gotta say, Lee, is what I'm very impressed so far by Zanshin's adaptability when it comes to compositions. It's something they struggled with in the past, their past games, but it seems like they have learned a lot from this coming season, and how fast they're able to adapt to that far after that map 1. It showed, you know, and they were able to counter the brawl effectively and the fire effectively.
Yeah, the changes that they made was necessary, I think, because the first round was so dominant, and they played the heroes really well. Like, they wasn't giving the Pharah the space that the Pharah had in the first map, and switching to the double hit scan as well really probably helped him.
Yeah, that double hit scan, it's something, you know, in tier 3. You don't see it much in tier 2, but in tier or even the future tier 1 that's coming back soon, you don't really see it much there. But in tier 3, you see it works quite effectively.
So still waiting on readies, but that's not a problem. So keeping everybody keeping everyone up to date with the other game that we have on the first Overwatch Oasis stream, White Walkers versus Valhalla. White Walkers are 2-0 up in our other tier 3 game.
And that's good. That was good. That's also going to be a great game. I mean, I know it's going on, but it's probably is so far a great game. You know, Valhalla just such a great team, and going against such a opposing force as White Walkers. That's if you're watching this stream right now, I recommend after watching this stream, go back and watch the VOD of that one. That probably also is going to be one killer game. All right, readies on both sides now, and this is good. That's our go button for this. Alright, King's Row. Are we going to be on map 2 here tonight?
Entering King's Row.
I'm looking forward to this map.
And so, this is honestly, yeah, same. I'm also in leagues. This is definitely where some of the best maps that ever played at Oasis have ever come from, you know? King's Row, just such a killer map type, or map, I should say map in general.
I mean, if you just look at the skyline
Ready for battle.
going into first attack, like, London doesn't look like this, but it probably will in 2,000 years or something.
I don't even think in 2,000 years. I think in 2,000 years, give like Planet of the Apes, like the original Planet of the Apes. We're all gonna be dead, or humans are not gonna be dead, and the monkeys will rule over us, and New York City will be destroyed, like in the movie, like post-apocalyptic. Yep. You know, something like that. Have you ever seen Planet of the Apes, Lee?
I have.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad I was doing a reference that you just weren't confused about that. I don't. Happens quite a bit in the stream team. I just do references to movies that no one understands the reference to. Okay. First, the bell's been told, gates are open, and Ridge finding first blood. Demo and the Widow just get instantly sniped from the iconic Hanzo of Ridge Hunt. Zanshin Tactics still going to commit to the rotation, however, they are still confident right now, and for a team fight win, and I see why, because Zoms is going to find some massive damage coming in. Kenny McCormick down. Point is being has to be contested for DP, and there it is. John Hawk pushing up the touch. Daddy Juju gets the pin on John. John so low, actually being kept up there, but Honey Biscuit gonna be tickled away by Demo. Demo gonna find a second shot onto Nat, just doing wonders right now for the side of Zanshin. Bambi gonna drop barrier for a split second, almost gets Kenny killed there, but Kenny able to get the res off just in time. Demo just uncontested right now on this high ground, just firing away these pot shots. However, he's gonna rotate back into his team. Zanshin now with a full 6 are going back in. Oh, coming out, and it's a massive shatter, but and that's it. That's Mogulight's gonna be it there. Zanshin has tire, not gonna be able to stop Honey Biscuit getting blown up. And DP will be pushed off. Their cleanup not fast enough this entire DP, and Zanshin took full advantage of that. First point will be taken by Zanshin Tactics.
Objective lost.
Zom's going for an aggressive flank here. Bard will find Nat, who could not get out in time, but looking like Ridge Hunter will pick that right there.
Oh, I like the Genji pick.
Oh, but it's getting so risky though. No nano blade. You're gonna have to do some wonder work here if you are Ridge. And that's a good start. Finding Artemo, who was not backing up there when his team was rotating back. It's a great start.
We see John switch to the Diva as well from the Sigma.
I'm assuming to contest, he's doing things one that needs to contest the Widowmaker maybe.
I would agree with that.
Demo popping the walls, and there goes Sean Boyce right up to him. And just like that, Demo being contested. Shatter is blocked from Bambi. Ooh, gonna have to back up now because the nail boost that is coming through. John Hawk's actually shocking with John Hawk did not kill Demo there. Looked like Zoms there was there for the peel. Res comes out. Surprisingly good res from Kenny. Demo now being dived by Kenny and Ridge, and the double team gonna be enough there. Demo is finally down. Beat pop, but it's a bit too late. KDB might be kicking themselves over that beat there. And Zoms looking like they're gonna fall alongside their comrades, indeed. And Zanshin gonna have to lose the first team fight. We'll have to back out now.
That was a great disengage by Diving Phoenix when the Zanshin Reinhardt was nanoed.
It took away all the value from that nano, just made it wasted. And that's the power. That's the power of one rotation like that.
Time to read my APM.
Now here we go, Zanshin coming in, they have the shatter advantage, and they're gonna take full advantage with the nano, with the mercy pocket, going through. Okay, Soul Shatter onto Ridge, and ladies and gentlemen, that's why you don't play Genji in 2021. Okay, moving on. The tire from Zom's gonna be destroyed, and that's two ults on both sides canceled out. But it's looking like Zanshin are getting the full advantage, the full value. Bob's safe on point, gonna be stalling that point a bit, but that's all that Bob will do, and that's indeed all she wrote. Ridge Hunter still back from the grave, however, and here by Ardemo, getting a bit cheeky on the flank, but he wouldn't be able to get out from Zom's grasp. He will not. However, Zoms will be blown up by dynamite from Honey Biscuit. Fantastic window fire strike combo. I should mention while we're at it, from Bambi, Oop, and Nat, and just a simple combo like that just turns the team fight around instantly.
And I also like to see the Mercy getting the kill there as well from Kenny.
Oh, who did Kenny kill?
He killed the Reinhardt in Val.
Oh, well, yeah, you don't see that that often. It's the rarities that Oasis keeps giving to us, you know, like the Battle Mercy killing the Rhine, absolute beauty. Zanshin's gonna be rotating into right side of the bar, gonna be going in the mine, not gonna be finding the ult charge he's looking for right now. Ridge though, with the cheeky flank kill, gonna find that pick, and our Demo gonna be in that ult cancel there. Unfortunate for the side of Zanshin. They had that ult combination planned, but Haribisco is just too quick to the finger of the draw.
60 seconds remaining.
And just like that, Zanshin are skedaddling back to the spawn. Psalms now almost has the tire. That's gonna be a massive pull coming in, especially if the shadow from Dynasty does not hit that tire. If Dynasty shadow does not hit, that tire needs to be a massive one. Rotation into bar.
Last fight territory.
That too. I mean, but it's big. It's big, Lee. It's the sleep dart from John Hawk. Can anybody capitalize on it? It's looking like so. John D-Max. Shatter comes through for the side of Baby Oop. It's gonna catch Daddy. No Shatter to the side. And just like that, the tire finding 3 on the side of Zanshin Tactics, making up for the death of Dynasty 2. And Zanshin looking like they're gonna take point 2. Funny trying to get a bit of a last minute stall, but there's a stigma there. Funny, you're not gonna do it last as long as you wish. And DP being pushed back from Zanshin. And Zanshin Tactics taking point 2.
This will heal you.
Oh, that was a bit interesting. John Hawk went up there, pooping him off, thinking DMX. You don't see that? That's kind of a quirky exchange there.
We see Zom's going to the Widow.
60 seconds.
Actually, if DP's not ready for that Widow, this could be massive for the side of Zanshin. If one pick is all they need to win this team fight from Zons. But our Demo's gonna find it. Baby Oops being pounded by damage. Maybe I've been overextending there. Especially no immortality fueled up yet. Zom's gonna find a pick on the Honey. And DP getting pushed into the meat locker. But the shatter from John is massive though. Not gonna be enough for Albert. Not enough bodies to take advantage of that shatter. And a fast push from the side of Zanshin, making point 3 of 25 seconds left.
Score 0 to 3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Oh, they need a pause apparently.
Oh, interesting.
That was 1 minute ago.
Look at maybe. Maybe a disconnect potentially.
I mean, I think so.
Wait, no. I mean, I saw like all 6 of them moving. So I don't know. I'm very confused. What is going on here? Oh yeah, I think that is true actually. If I'm correct, you are not supposed to listen with DCs.
Should I just unpause it then?
I think yeah, you should. You have to. That's the rule. That is the rules. Oh.
Ready for battle.
That's interesting. Seems like we got an AFK on the side of DP.
Yeah, unfortunately the rules for match day is is we can't do a pause unless it's a DC issue.
Yeah. Yeah. That's quite. Oh, Kenny? Oh, Kenny just left. Okay. Okay, we gotta pause. Okay, what?
One.
Come on.
I don't think that one was intentional. I don't think.
Well,
I mean, I
we've got the pause.
Okay, that's interesting interaction going on from both sides. Okay, or not both sides. My bad. The side of DP. Okay, so this is gonna be a bit of an interesting trip. It seems like Ridge Hunt is AFK, and DP wanted to pause. But however, according to our rules, we cannot pause unless there's a DC. So Kenny left. It seems like Kenny left. I don't know if on purpose or if he left accidental or it was like a lag out. Probably purposely. And because of that, there's now a pause. Very interesting interaction going here in this game.
So while this situation gets sorted out, Temper, what do you think Diving Phoenix have to do to get a better time here?
Well, I mean, I would, if all honestly, I gotta see some more, of this brawl coming from DP. We're seeing a lot of this diva, right, coming from John Hawk, and I'm actually shocked we are because, especially most recently, Zarya's been in one of the best spots she's been in quite a while, and I think that if there's any time you play this hard rush down when you just rush down the tank line, this is it, and this is the map, especially the map to play it on, right? Especially because the DPS line on the side of Zanshin, right? If you could just get like a Widow, or you put Rid, maybe get like Honey on Reaper and get Ridge on the Genji, contest that sniper from Zoms. If you could get any of that done, or if you can melt that tank line before any of you get picked, if you play in that clumped up group, that's a free map or a free point, I should say.
See, I've not seen an issue like this before with someone going AFK because it's a custom game. Like, it won't kick them from the game, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
So, 3 minutes.
Okay. 1 minute. Okay, thank you. I was typing, I saw you typing, so I stopped typing.
So, unfortunately, like, this is something we don't really come across a lot during the matches.
Yeah.
So Ridge is AFK,
Don't know.
and
why.
also Kenny is not in the lobby.
Yeah, and we don't know why there was an AFK. Like, I'm seeing people. I'm just gonna say this. I'm seeing people say in match chat too that AFK and medical conditions are different things. But this AFK could it be caused by a medical condition? I don't think you. I'm not gonna say names, but I hope you realize that could be caused by a medical condition. So
Yeah.
we don't know. So
Well, it might not even be Ridge himself. It might be a family member who's had a medical,
exactly,
emergency
or
medical.
that is potentially true. But yeah. So we are back at the minute mark, or 3-minute mark, my bad, and that means the match, no matter what, has to be started up. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not something that we like to do personally as stream team, but as a league we have rules set.
Exactly, we need to follow those rules. Like that's just how it has to be. Yeah, that was a bit of a voice crack, but that's just how it has to be sometimes, you know. So unfortunately, DP, they're going to have to be down here, down one player here.
2 technically, because Kenny's still not in the map.
So they said that. So Zanshin Tactics. Well, Kenny did join back.
Did he join back?
Join back. Yes, but Zanshin is saying that they're finally doing another pause when Ridge DCs.
I can't spell today.
Starting back up.
Starting. So we get this diving phoenix attack.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, they are gonna run that Zarya. It makes sense because you're down at DPS. You need that high burst damage coming in from that Zarya pick. And they are running with exactly what I predicted. The hard brawl. John Hawk finding Dad needs you early, and that's actually a big pick. Baby Oop gets aggressive, picks Living Troop across the map. Dan usually charging right back, but he's in the open. There is the leave. I am assuming that will be the second pause.
That is the second pause, yeah.
And we now wait another 3 minutes. I'm pretty sure I should answer. I will say this for most people's knowledge. You have to play with 5. If you're down to player, you cannot sub anybody in. Like a scrim, you can't do that. You will have to play with 5.
Okay.
So. Wait. Well, that's quite unfortunate for the side of DP. I know they are probably kicking himself. Oh, Rich just got back. Oh, look at that. Apparently, Rich just got back.
Has he come back?
Not joined. Has joined the game, but has chat too.
Oh, okay.
Well, now he has, I'm pretty sure, a minute left to join back. I'm pretty sure.
He needs an invite. I can't invite him because I haven't got him on this game.
I unfortunately don't have him either. One of his team members will have to invite him. There he is. Ridge is back. Okay. Ready from the side of Zanshin, and now wait for DP. Sorry, RP. What's up? What, Willie?
I will have to start it on 22 anyhow.
Okay.
Regardless of ready. Okay, starting the matchup.
Okay, 4 start coming through. And this has been quite an interesting game so far. So, Rich can be playing the McCree. And, you know, that is not a bad pick. This is very traditional Brawl Cup. You know, the McCree being very close range and quite a amount of work. However, it's getting a bit difficult. That stagger that Zom's got there. Yeah, now he has to wait for the Lucio. There he is, Kenny, back in the fight. DP now gonna have to ready to get a rotation. They're gonna be ready for this tire from Demo. That's Ridge, but it is a trade-off. Demo gonna be picked off by the fully charged Zarya, who actually got that charge from the bomb. Pulse bomb comes through. It's gonna catch Nat, and that's gonna look like a cleanup there for the side of Zanshin Tactics. DP instantly getting melted through.
So that's a little bit unfortunate there.
Zanshin Tactics getting some big ults coming up here. Living Truth having the Flux ready to go, which is actually quite bad if you look at the side of DP. Their beat is only at 50% right now. There's no beat will be ready. It's Kenny's gonna be early pick. Zombs almost just a one clip there. We'll have to deal with the half clip, the one clip and a half clip. Insta window was popped and that's from DP, and it did not find what they were looking for. DP gonna have to go back to spawn instantly.
Bambi's like 1 health. Can he switch to the Mercy? Bridge onto the Pharah.
Pharmacy. There is not a lot that could deal with it, so I see why Virgil will go through with this. Support. Look at the support text right now on the side of Zanshin. They're playing this smart. Raven actually backing up in front of around Hotel. Very smart play actually coming out from the side of the supports. They don't want to play in the sight line of Ridge. DP going for the top right. Good rotation coming out from the max lane, but they're going to be walking right into a combo here. Won't find much, but will take out the immortality. Maybe smash into a croissant. Honey Biscuit finding two there, even with the disengage kills. Maybe a third on KDB. Nope, KDB will get away. Boop onto the same line from the concussion, but it won't find much there. Ridge only at 50% of a barrage, and this is it. If you're a borrower, that's a lot of damage you can now pump in. Hold standing right facing your way. Shadow from behind that DJ, but most of it was blocked, and he's gonna be taken out by the pin from Bambi Oof. ADB shockingly gets the res there. I was not expecting him to get the res. Her, I should say, to get the res. This is looking like this is going to be at the winner of the match. Open up so much. And DP just melt the opposition with that with Nat's window. And will, in overtime, will take point one.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Zom's down on the windows, get the back up now. He doesn't want to get picked, and he does just that. And he's been back with his team, and Zanshin now have some ults by some I made one. They're gonna have a tire ready to go, and they're gonna have to find a pick, maybe onto John Hawk. That is definitely what they want to get out here because no fully charged Zarya is free game. But you're not gonna be using that tire anymore. Rich Hunt finding that 3K there, finds the opening for DP. And DP smooth sailing now for that attack. And now, play your Zanshin. You're not the worst defense in the world so far. You built up your Sigma ult. You have the tire still, and you're probably gonna get your Rhine Shatter pretty soon.
Yeah, I would consider that a dry push, dry defense.
Yeah. I mean, it probably was planned from Zanshin. You know, they had one ult. They decided to pop any ults, put up the ults on their side, and try it. Here we go. Tire flux combo coming through. Nope. Tire popped a bit later than usual, and this isn't really much to deal with that. The immortality is gone. 2K coming in from our demo there.
Oh, Bambi tried to sneak out there.
Could not, yeah, couldn't, you know, trying to be a bit cheeky there, but yeah, couldn't get it. Could not get it. Okay, final team fight coming in for DP. They almost have a Blizzard, they have the tank ults, and they have the window. That's actually quite a hefty amount of ults. Bambi Oof just needs to block a Shatter from down needs you. If that Shatter hits and there's two down from that Shatter, that's game. And I think Bambi quite knows that.
30 seconds remaining.
The Zanshin getting the off for the aggressive push here, and boom! Just boom! That's a headshot. Kane McCormick down from the count. And DP now trying to scramble something out here with 15 seconds left. Wizard comes through, but Demo just uncontested on the high ground. He's gonna find a massive one there. Window is also popped, but I don't think it's gonna be needed here. That coalesces though. Gonna beam to do the job. Well done. Night Raven. Alright, KDB, my bad. Will melt John with that Kamehameha. And Zanshin, after a very messy map, will take that too.
Play of the game.
The 3K tie, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it is. From Zongs. Absolutely. Just
cheeky little tire.
Yeah, it was. It was like, it was called the Bob Ross tire, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He painted a happy, instead of a happy little cloud, he painted a happy little tire right on the
My
point.
genius is finally recognized.
So we're up 2-0 to Zanshin Tactics. And Diving Phoenix really need to come back here. Do the reverse sweep because they're at risk. Of not qualifying for playoffs.
Yeah, I honestly, I was what I was gonna say there is, Lee, is that I think that this might doom them if they lose against Zanshin for playoffs.
They've got one more game after this, I believe.
Yes, but I think when it comes to map score, and I think they might be out potentially if they do not win. Or they have two more games actually. They have Stardust and White Walkers, right? Or did they already do Stardust?
No, I think they've got both them teams. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is, if you're gonna want to take a series, this is definitely it. No, Zanshin Tactics being, I think, out of the three of those, being the most winnable out of the three of those matches. So if you're gonna want those maps or playoffs, this is definitely where if you're DP, this is definitely where you want to take them. But DP, they're just not be able. Seems like they have not been able to muster up those victories so far.
So I'm assuming we're going to see some changes here.
We are. It seems like a bit of an interesting conflict coming through. Juju. The subs coming in. We're going to be Pop-Tart and Steph coming in. I'm surprised we didn't see much Steph till recently. I mean, like, Steph's one of the star players that you expect him to be on almost every map with DP, but he's coming in here on map 3, and Juju supposed to be coming in, but it seems like Juju is not wanting to come in. It seems like.
Yep.
Yeah, he says he is done.
I know the reason why, but I won't say on stream because that isn't fair.
Understandable. Zanshin Tactics, I'm assuming not going to have any swaps on their side. I mean, you know, like, there's not much you need to do. They have been very dominant with the comp they've been running, especially the DPS fight on Zoms and Demo. So I'm pretty sure they will be sticking to what is working for them.
So I'm not going to do all the changes Chuck has made until, well, I'll do the changes.
Alright.
So we've got John and Juju. We also have Pop-Tart and Honey. No swaps.
Yep, it was exactly as predicted. Big break.
Also Nat and Steph. like this needs to be sorted before I start the map because they don't want to be playing a 5v6.
Yeah. Indeed. You can't play. I mean, you can't. You won't be allowed to, right? Like at all. Like I don't think I've seen a single Oasis team that has entered a match of 5v6. So, yeah, they're gonna have to solve that quickly.
So
sorry for, I mean, not talking, but I am just.
it's just weird what's going on. Obviously,
Yeah.
stream can't see what's happening in match chat, or they probably can.
I mean, if they're in the server, they can pop it up and see what we are experiencing right now. Well, so Zanshin, I'm assuming they're going to. You'll get any talk about compositions here. I'm assuming Zanshin is going to be running the tried and true Junkrat. Zom seems to enjoy that. I should also add really quickly, we're at the minute mark for readies.
Yeah.
Which we have one for Zanshin, not one for DP yet. Oh! Ooh, well, and getting back on track, I just brought something interesting. Anyways, yeah, they're going to be running that Junkrat. It's not the trying to cheer. Zombs really likes to run that Junkrat, and Junkrat just does so much work. If I'm correct, is it Hanamura? Is the next map? I think I am wrong about that one. Let me check. Oh, I can't. Well, unfortunately, I cannot find the map. So, unfortunate. But
I know the map. I've got to switch it.
okay,
It is Volskaya.
Okay, I was wrong then. Yeah, Volskaya.
It's
so,
alright. I'm trying to keep an eye on what's going on in the match chat as well.
But yeah, Volskaya. It's a lot of the same things I was saying will still applies. Junkrat is still pretty good. In tier 3 level, I should add. And Volskaya on most 2CP maps.
Oh, for God's sake. No, that's not what I wanted to do. So Chuck is coming in for Juju and they're ready. So yeah.
Okay, here we go. Map 3, Volskaya Industries, DP. You're gonna have to find a room potentially to get a reverse sweep, because if not, this is gonna be a free sweep for Zanshin.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Okay. Spawn door is opening, or not, I should say, activated now. And here we go, DP on the attack. They're gonna be running a dive comp. Dawn Hawk on the Winston? Okay. You know, you don't see much, in tier 3 you don't really see much dive, but DP, I guess they're saying they're just throwing the gambles, they're throwing the dice, they're rolling them and seeing what they can get right now. I mean, and John Hawk, he's a fantastic Winston. Don't really see that much that often, but his Winston is very, very solid. On the side of Zanshin, they're gonna be playing a far comp of their own this time around. Living True will be taken to the Sigma, understandably enough. With Daitiju on the Rhine also, understandably enough.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
There we go. Gates have opened. This is gonna be a teleporter shot with Winston, which is a bit odd, but I'm curious what DP can do with it here, or what their plan is. Bubble put down and a teleporter up to high ground and the drop down, perfectly done. John Hawk going to Night Raver right now. The dive being executed, but he's kind of by himself right now. He will get Night Raver, however, but Zom's just pounding heads. That Steph gone from the fight. It's going very scrappy back and forth right now, but it's looking like DP is prevailing through. Zoms, however, needs to be stopped. He finds that. Low support taken out by the McCree on the side of Zanshin, but it's looking like it will be enough. The tank's just pounding through the back line, smashing him into some nice spam, and the DP. We're going to be taking the first point here on Volskaya.
No one was contesting Honey Biscuits on the top high ground.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, that's kind of where Zoms comes in. But Zoms just Zoms was busy trying to take out the backline there. That was his main focus, was to go for the backline instead of contesting Honey. Because like you have the Sigma, but the Sigma is it's pushing the corner into the right corner, so you can't really do much against the Honey Biscuits on the high ground there. So in that situation, pass for the McCree. Zoms went after the sports instead. Dive comes out from John, gonna be jumping onto our Demo, who is a Reaper, by the way. That is not gonna go well. Indeed, it does not. Demo melts John Hawk, and a quick reset over DP. Right instantly. I'm trying to push in right now. Demo is trying to get, but he's getting a bit too greedy. Honey Biscuits, just gonna scare him off. Oh, Steph getting a bit aggro here off this end, trying to put a cheeky volley shot. Doesn't find it.
So between the switch, see the Rhine instead of the Winston there?
Makes sense, because with the Reaper out, you don't want to play the Winston to that, especially if you get stunned by Zoms. It's basically a free kill on the side of Zanshin if that happens. So the Rhine swap makes a lot of sense from John Hawk. However, I'm very curious what's going on here. DP wants to play a bit of a poking game here, but it's just not getting what they want, it seems like. John Hawk going down from the fire strike. And that, like I said, that poking strategy is not working DP. I'm assuming they were trying to build up EMP, and that's what they were being waiting for, but it was so far away. You would expect maybe an engagement, instead of seeing an engagement with the hiding window, but we did not see that at all. And
well, Pop-Tart's only 65% at EMP.
Yeah, which is quite far away. That's why I'm quite surprised if that was the case. Oh, good hack actually! Onto the Sigma, cancels the flux, and Zoms is now at no man's land. He is taken down by Honey Biscuit. I just goes through, and it's gonna be a massive one indeed it is. Living True, taken out by the Snipe, the Sharpshooter. Blossom does go through Demo, and it's a fat one. Demo finding 3. The Transcendent surprisingly not popped by Steph in time. And DP gonna be taken back into their spawn room once again.
But DP do have 5 ults to work with, and Zanshin only have the 1.
I'm very curious how they're gonna try to cancel that one ult, because like, they're gonna rush Zoms down, or are they going to try to isolate him? It looks like bottom left here. It looks like that Pop-Tart might be trying to do that. Oh no, never mind. Pop-Tart's trying to get behind them for the EMP. Zoms is actually hiding. He doesn't want to be caught by the EMP. As you can see, here comes EMP bomb. Does cancel the troop. Here comes High Noon onto the platform, but he gets stunned. Fantastic flashbang coming from Honey Biscuit. Shatter cuts from John Hawk, and it's going to shatter the earth underneath KDB. KDB has no room to stand anymore, and they're going to be falling to the center of the earth. DP now with the confidence they've been looking for are gonna storm through now. Zanshin needs to get back. HP trying to get in touch. No rest, however, they're gonna be melted by Honey Biscuit. And DP of 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock will cap. Second point on Volskaya.
Score 0-2. Switching sides. Initiating match.
So that was a good push there from Diving Phoenix.
I mean, it started a bit rough, you know, on that second point attack, especially with that weird poke that was coming out from DP there with the Rhine strat. But it seems like they pulled it through the strat. They were able to pull off their ults they were looking for. The flash spin, especially from Honey Biscuit onto the camp to cancel the high noon onto Zoms, was excellent.
I also like the way that Zanshin kind of like split themselves from the EMP bomb.
It was well done. I mean, it did catch Blue Truth, but it definitely would have caught more if it didn't do that rotation there. So yeah, I agreed that was a very well executed rotation from EMP bomb from Zanshin.
So we see Honey on the Ash. Pop-Tart on the Sombra again.
And Sombra was working, so it makes sense why Pop-Tart will be back on that signature hero of theirs. Also, the Honey Biscuit, I think this is the first time we saw Honey Biscuit on Ash this entire series.
No, she was on Ash on King's Row defense.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I missed that. My beat. Or more like I should say I didn't miss that, more like I should say I quite forgot. Alright, Zanshin coming forward now. They have the Sigma, and that's a lot. And that Sigma, there's a lot of damage with the Prairie Fire. Starhawk, barrier's already low. He's got to play in this cubby, small hopback cubby now. But it's not doing enough. He's just getting pushed over and over again. That issue is one mercy, and there it is. Window is gonna melt some tanks. Now they're gonna play a slow game. Honey Biscuits, however, on his high ground, just getting heads. Shatter comes through from John. Not sure if that shatter was necessary, but it did catch the Fire surprisingly, and that will be a dead Zombs now. The truth, the only one alive right now, but I don't think they're gonna be picked. They're gonna be able to live another day, waiting for their team to come back. Now, even so now if you're Zanshin, you got a big advantage. You have the window was popped to the side of DP, and the shatter was. And I remember correct, the Valk was also. So it's like it's 3 ults right there on the side of DP that were popped. You basically have the full board coming in, the full advantage. And there we go, one is popped. Zanshin's gonna find that. Red does come through from Step, however, and that's back in the fight. A shatter blocked from John's side, but we'll catch the backline there. And that one shatter catching that allows. Oh wait, that's gonna be a big EMP bomb, and indeed it is. Starting to take him down. So much is happening right now on the side on both sides, but it's looking like it'll be in the favor of Zanshin. The coalescence is massive, catches Honey, but Pop-Tart was ready. They hack him right out of it. Step on the Valve comes flying down, gonna get Honey Biscuit. The God coming back in. Well, Night Raven have to get out of a sliver of HP, and they do just that. DP and Zanshin now have both of their 6, so full 6 back in the team fight. But Zoms, just be careful, he's being hunted by Chuck right now.
You got to give credit to Steph, because he built that Valkyrie in one fight.
That is actually very impressive. From 30% to 100 is very fast and very impressive. So yes, indeed, full credit there for Steph. Chuck could actually find Demo there, and that's the problem if you're a double bird against the Diva. It's free reign for this Diva. Honey Biscuit now on top left of the bunker. Gonna be fighting too. Zom's getting burned to from that dynamite. And Shatter's actually checking it on both sides. finding the much value they've been looking for.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Both just being popped back and forth from both of them, but it's looking like the favor will be in DP. The duplicate from Demo getting hacked, so he can't get what he wants out of it. But this scrappy fight is not done just yet. Focus beam being able to pinch snapped. Demo goes with Honey Biscuit. This might be the turnaround that Zanshin was looking for. Demo finally take it down, but here comes the foul built up with in by Steph. It's able to get Honey Biscuit effective fight. Under a bomb, also, by the way, Chuck, this is it. That might be the turnaround that DP was looking for also. Watch comes through, it's gonna fight two, but it's now the 2-year-old. If you want, if a Flux, you want some squishy so fast, not tanks. And DP full holds on tactics on Sky Industries.
That was an amazing hold.
It's just, yeah, very well done, man. Full credit to Steph and Honey there. Just Honey finding the blood, and Steph on that Mercy got so much value out of each res and Valor, which were built up so fast. Fantastic Death Boss coming here for Demo. The combo, always wonderful to see a Shatter Blossom combo. But I also gotta think that Zanshin stuck to the double bird a little bit too long.
Adaptation success.
Especially against the Diva Ashe comp. Definitely want to get off double bird, but seems like Zanshin got a bit too cocky there, just didn't want to swap off it. Or, you know, maybe a miscommunication. I shouldn't say that cocky. You know, we don't know. We don't know at the end of the day what happened there, why they didn't swap off it. So could have been a call. We don't know at the end of the day.
So are we going to see the reverse sweep, or are we going to see a map 5?
Hard to tell, honestly. So you know, I think we gotta see how map 4 goes for DP. But if they're able to keep this momentum going, there's definitely a chance for that reverse sweep for DP. Okay. No swaps to set on either side just yet. But I'm assuming Zanshin won't have any swaps on their side. Most of their players, like I said, even though they lost map 3 there, still did pretty well. So I would expect no swaps on the side of Zanshin tactics.
No swaps again, do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, I think Zanshin. I don't think there's much for what Zanshin can like. Maybe Sovereign or a Killbot for the Lucio to come in, but I'm pretty sure if Zanshin, with the comp Zanshin is running, I would expect them not to do swaps, especially because we're here on the Rialto. I would imagine you would want to keep Demo for the long range hit scan and Zons for the projectile. But I am wrong. You know, commentator occurs. Killbot coming in actually for the support role, going to be taking out Night Raven there, and Sovereign will be coming in actually for the tank. Living Truth getting subbed out. Yeah, I just honestly I just should say things nowadays. I should just say things and expect the opposite. It's quite my life.
I was thinking they'd do a couple of swaps because they've run the same lineup for the last 3 maps.
Yeah, that is a fair observation. Okay. Looking up, maybe swaps are going to come for DP. I don't know. Chuck stopped typing, so.
We all know how long it takes Chuck to type anyway, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. For you know, knowing him for quite a while, like a year at this point, I know how slow he types. He is a boomer to the max. Like I think people are always surprised when they find out that Lee is older than Chuck. I think a lot of people get surprised about that. So Lee got the fast fingers, and Chuck is like slow with fingers.
We're not talking about my age on here.
I mean, I didn't say your age though. I just said you're older, so now people can speculate. They can now be like, how old is he? And they get out their math books from high school and do the math, do the quick maths.
I'm older than Google. Okay.
It's a good hint.
That's what when everyone says how old you are, I'll say I'm older than Google. Take it from there. Your Ravity's just put in the stream chat that Lee's 54 and I won't be convinced otherwise.
Oh my god, your Ravity, you're so close, honestly. So close. Oh man.
So close.
So close. Oh, almost had it there.
I mean, I'm not that close to my pension yet, but...
See, look, Lee. See, Lee. The minute I heard you shook hands with President Theodore Roosevelt, I was like, oh man, I can't believe it. That's crazy.
It wasn't Roosevelt. It was Abraham Lincoln.
Oh shoot, man! I always mix those two up. Yeah. And you shook hands with him, gave him a nice hug. You boosted him to boosted Lincoln to a diamond. You know, Abraham Lincoln is like, oh yeah, let's go.
Correct, boss. I am your daddy. So no swaps on the side of Diving Phoenix.
No, okay. I'm not surprised that much about that. With the Nat and Steph composition, they like to run a lot of BAP Zen. DP do. So I'm quite not surprised that they're going to be sticking to that on Rialto, which I think is a very, very great map for BAP and Zen. So.
Okay, so we're going in. Both readies. Map full. 2-1 Zanshin tactics.
DP, yep, and DP looking for that reverse sweep here. Maybe they get a map. Maybe Zanshin here would end it all for them.
Initiating match.
I would really like to go to map 5, to be honest.
I mean, it would be quite an exciting series if we do, you know. I mean, DP has a history of map 5, so who knows? It might happen. We might see it happen.
Take a little tour on this boat. Around the rivers of Rialto.
Are you on the canoes, or?
They're actually called gondoliers.
Oh yeah, yeah they are. Wait, why did?
Attackers incoming.
I don't know why it's called canoes. I don't know why it's did. Look, I've never look. And so maybe when I one day go to Italy, I might be able to. My brain might be able to recognize them. Like, aha! Okay, this is indeed a village.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Tactics coming out here with what I predicted. Zoms on the projectile with Demo can be playing the long range skate skin with the Widowmaker. DP gonna be running the same comp here. We're actually not gonna see the Zenyatta. We're gonna see Steph on the Mercy, and that's why early picks like that you need to be rezzed up. You guys burn early, and there's no support on a John Hawk. Gets aggressive on Danny Diju actually, and he's taken down. Puck throw in the back one, however, it's causing a menace, causing mayhem. Gonna be taking out Arch Emo, taking out Killerbot, who gets a very aggressive jump there. Puck throw body a third on KDB. This Somber's on fire right now. And Zanshin now have to back up now. They do not want to lose anymore. A pin at the step, however, might change things around. Dang, Diju just not giving a damn of that pin there, and he fights the value he's looking for him, however. Chuck now, push forward, he's gonna have to back up, get back to his support line, he does just that, and now, here we go, ults are ready for both Reinhardts, now we're waiting to see the mind games here, the Shadow War. There we go, first one, Shadow comes through, it's gonna look like, won't find much, but on the side is Zanshin, it's gonna find plenty, massive Shadow coming in from Zanshin Tactics, followed by the 3K Flux, Sovereign, absolutely being a god right there with the 4K. DP now with the full reset. Ults are coming up, however. We got a big EMP coming through from Pop-Tart. Bomb also, and we'll hit the bomb's also almost ready, and that's probably what DP are looking for, the EMP bomb combo. But you might not commit that, or Dean will just find a quick pick there for the shield. Honey Biscuit, take it down. Now here we go, DP. They're gonna be holding this choke, and Pop-Tart gonna find our combo there, and there we go, the bomb EMP combo coming through, there's nowhere to hide, and it's executed to perfection. John Hawk being taken for a quick ride from Daddy D2, but it seems like it will not be given what he wants, which is the pin.
Yeah, when you've got so much open space, EMP bomb is quite difficult to avoid.
I think the only way that you can avoid it there, I think the only way is if you play further back and play split. Like, but you do both of them. I think that is the only way, but potentially. But even still, it's still quite a difficulty, you know, to avoid it. John Hawk pushing forward now. Getting a bit aggressive. Has the Shadow ready, so that's probably why he's getting aggressive. He wants to get a fatty Shaddy. And he has to be ready because look at Daddy D2. He's going from the high ground to the top rows. And KDB fighting Pop-Tart. That is very crucial. No AP charge now being going to be gained from this res coming through. DP now back into the back right corner. They want to build up this bomb, it maybe looks like here. Might be a bit bizarre, I'm not gonna lie. You have 4 ults, so you might as well pop a couple in for DP. Falk. Gonna be committed here. KDB. Gonna keep it up to the team. And now he protects the block from Sovereign. Oh my god, that was two shadows blocked from Sovereign. Doms goes for a cheeky high noon from the back line, and it's gonna be taken out quite instantly. Gotta be careful when we do those high noons from that far back. Bob is perfect with honey, and that looking like it might be a cleanup here for the side of DP now. Bob just firing away there. And Honey Biscuit is getting a 3.
Honey Biscuits was so dominant on the Ash last season.
They were, I mean, they were, without a doubt, one of the best Ashes in tier 3 last season. Such a force to be reckoned with on that roll. Well, here we go. There's Bob coming through. Oh, unfortunately, Demo's Bob not hitting the mark they were looking for, but it's still gonna fight that actually.
It's always the surprises with the Bob, with the angles attack.
It's you know, most people don't expect the Spanish Inquisition, but nobody expects the Bob Inquisition. That is the one thing no one expects. DP bomb is massive. The 3K right there. I don't think Zanshin respected it there. They didn't rotate right. They let it happen there. And with a fantastically well done call for DP, they're going to be able to push the point forward now. Zanshin Tactics, however, have some ults coming up. They have the window, they almost have the high node, and the Shatter is almost ready to go from Daiditsu. You know what's popping in that. It's going to be a window, duel of the windows, but it's looking like that DP are getting advantage of the advantage from theirs. Fed 3K from John Hawk, making a 4. Team kill from DP, and a solid time bait on the 3rd point there, coming from Diving Phoenix.
Diving Phoenix definitely saying this game ain't over yet.
Yeah, and I mean these EMP bomb combos are just getting the brute, the force onto Zanshin. Zanshin Tactics never seem fully prepared for these EMP combos. They're always pushing, holding aggressively at choke when they should be ult tracking that EMP to be ready, and it's biting them really hard in the butt right now.
Did we check a chip on the canoes again, or the gondoliers?
I think maybe the canoe. You know, I heard the canoe's a bit more comfortable than the gondolas.
Ready for battle.
Well, you have gondoliers and like boats as well, don't you, in this map?
Yes, we do. There's a speedboat. We've got some motorboats. There's one there, and then there's two actually.
Incoming in 30 seconds.
Oh, this is a bit interesting. My eyes don't deceive me. We're seeing a Risa from Sovereign.
And an attack torp. You gotta love an attack torp.
I don't think he's gonna be sticking to the attack torp. I don't see it happening, but
Hello.
maybe, who knows? Zoms might be going a fast one here with that torp yard.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that is indeed a mistake. I'm assuming the torp route is being played here by Zom, but maybe counter Pop-Tart? I'm assuming that's the reason why Zom should be going out on the torp here on the attack. Turbot gonna be on the Zen action, which could be great for the melting the front line on DP. Discord on a John, he's already so low, has to back up. Immortality has to be burned early actually to keep up John Hawk there. DP with, and that's gonna have to help John Hawk. He's so low by himself actually. I'm very confused right there. John Hawk went on the aggressive there, and he did not have his team. DP were already back up to the right corner. Chuck just being the only tank right now and trying to stall point as long as he can, and he's doing a solid job. Actually, John Hawk is back in the team fight. DP back up full 6 now, but they're gonna have to be careful. Some ults are getting ready, but a fire strike at the demo. That's a main burst down. DP now storming forward. Actually, a quick cheeky sleep dart from the down rows from KDP on a Pop-Tart. Won't matter much however, the res going through onto them. DP will storm back forward and pushes them back. The Austin Tactics back to spawn.
So we got our demos switching to the junk. John Hawkshield's not going to last very long here, is it?
With a Zen and a Junkrat? Yeah, it ain't
Zen, Junkrat, Torb Turret, Marissa.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Risa's basically a Panzer tank right now, and with these recent changes to her Fortify. So yeah, she is walking forward with those headshots. Oh, that's quite unfortunate. Zanshin, late pick coming in from Pop-Tart on a killer.
I'm gonna say the EMP shot.
There it is, EMP bomb. Not gonna find much. That a better rotation actually coming out from Zanshin Tactics there to get away from the EMP, but it won't be enough. John Hawk just walks right into them, finds a 3K there, and Zanshin are going back to their spawn. Ults already on the other side of Zanshin. They actually have a full 6 now, and now this is it. You just gotta bait an Immortality Field out from DP, and you are ready to go. Maybe use the Shatter to get the EMP out. Window the initiation from that. But the Trans there to keep up the team. They're gonna walk right past that. There it is. Immortality popped. Both right Shatters not finding the power they're looking for. Both blocked, and there you go. The ult being blasted. Almost all of them actually from Zanshin, but minus the nano boost. Multi-core not being needed there, honestly, but it is done. What is done is done, and it's on the field. And Zanshin Tactics looking like they're gonna be able to cap their first point here. Oh, never mind. There will be like a recontestation now. John Hawk coming through. Trades! Killbot, honey, trade on each other. Ken comes through from Daisuju. Good fight, take out. Ooh, what's that? And there is no Batiste now on the field. That is looking like the cleanup will go through for Zanshin. Yep, especially with that D-Mech, I think it is quite solidified here. Bit of a stall coming from Pop-Tart, but it will not last long. And Zanshin Tactics will count. First point.
It was still a great hold though by Diving Phoenix.
Yeah, I think that DP is really taking advantage, right, of the stilted comp that Zanshin Tactics are playing right now. Like, honestly, honestly, if the Ryan is at reset, I don't think it's the play. Especially against the EMP bomb, because with the Ryan at reset, you are waiting for Holt for most of the time, and when there's no Holt on the field, you are very stilted. You're basically playing around that reset and playing a bit of a slow poking game with the Ryan guy being like an off tank in the reset. But with the EMP bomb, you basically are still stuck in one position, free for EMP. Like right there, for example, EMP catches no support. Shatter comes through and catches both tanks. And John Hawk is blocking forward, but the result is not what DP wanted. But this corridor still in effect right now from Killerbot. Or once again being popped by Zombs, but moving like a bit of a late sploosh. Not gonna find much value with that multi-core. However, the double support modes are coming up now from the side of Zanshin. Bob is down point to stall, and it's looking like it might work actually. It does! Tanks are down from one bomb! The counter pit for John setting that one up there actually.
I think it was an EMP bomb. Am I right?
No, EMP was popped before. The EMP was popped team fight before that. That was the pin from John. Caught that needs you, so you couldn't block the bomb.
So we've got a minute left on the clock. With Zanshin having the trans, and they'll have the Moira ult as well.
Demo down. It's like no mercy. That's no res. Tyler will not be good up this fight. Aggressive trans in, but it's not gonna matter. The Shatter gets forward. John Hawk just doing a Chad play there.
Felt good when I woke up in the bar.
And Zanshin now on death's door. They're on the final team fight for this map.
They're gonna need a big shatter here, maybe a big tire.
Yeah, like I always said, if that shatter is blocked, it's gonna be up to the tire. However, there's one also I think we forgot to mention. That's the bongos. Bongos can be massive here. If to melt that shield, if Silver can just get him in time. EMP almost ready for Pop-Tart, and there it is, a window open and initiate. It's a bit close forward, however, and Zanshin just pushed right past it. The immortality turns with time powered by Nat. It's gonna keep up DP, and Honey Biscuits gonna find 3. Silver touching just in time, but you won't be able to do much there. DP will hold, and this series is now a 2-2, and DP. They're hungry. They're fishing for that reverse sweep, and they're almost there.
Play of the game.
The reverse sweep is on. The reverse sweep is on.
Zanshin, they need to rebound if they want to take this series. And I'm gonna be real with you. I really don't think the Arisa, like I said, the Arisa is the play. The Arisa just was kind of free ult charge for the Sombra and built up, and that's why Pop-Tart was getting those fast EMPs. You just blast at that reset, and if they use Fortify, that's great. You bring the Fortify out. If they don't use Fortify, that's free headshot, free ult charge for the EMP. And then, like I said before, because you're playing that reset Frank comp, you're very stationary. You can't play that aggro bit.
Just gonna take a quick bathroom break.
Sounds good. But yeah, you can't play as aggro you want with it compared to like a Ryan Zarya, for example, and that's just a free EMP bomb. So honestly, Zanshin really stuck to that comp way too long there. Plus the Torbjorn was, I get why they wanted to play the Torbjorn to counter Pop-Tart, but gosh darn, it was not finding the value. Zombs had to get on the McCree there instead of the Torb, but he stuck to it way too long, and it did not favor Zanshin there. Alright, map 5.
Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
So map 5, we head to Lijiang Tower. So, anyone in chat? Are we going to see the reverse sweep, or are we going to see Zanshin hold on?
I mean, it's gonna be a tense one.
If Ridge is still here, I got a feeling we'll see Ridge on this one.
I mean, maybe, but Ridge might be AFK still. Like, I know he came back for a short period there on King's Row, but he might be.
No swaps from Zanshin.
Okay, there we go. No, DP not saying they have any swaps coming up just yet. They are probably still cooking that one in the bank here.
Have we seen Fur tonight?
No, Barry's been on the bench the entire time. We've seen every support but Fur.
I can't pronounce his whole name, so I just said Fur.
If I'm correct, it is for Alligator for Alligator-tron. Kind of like the Pokemon, like for Alligator. I think that's what he really likes Totodile, so I think that is the reference he is going for with Tron at the end. Oh, that's Chuck doing the illegal quest of goats in a 222 world. But even though we haven't seen Fur this entire series, I'm pretty sure DP will be sticking to the same support line. At least I assume they are, because the support line has been doing quite well for DP on those last two maps they won there on. Oh my god, why am I Volskaya Industries? I almost called it Nepal. I don't know why I almost called Volskaya Nepal there. Volskaya and Rialto. So I would not imagine we're going to see swaps to support line, but once again, I'm the keen commentator cursing, so I might jinx myself, and there might be a swap here. So get ready for that, chat.
So I don't think we'll be doing interviews tonight. I know Daddy needs you. The captain of Zanshin isn't available. And they're running it back.
Okay. No swaps at either sides. Okay. Fur best bench warmer NA from Fur himself. I do hope we see more play time for Alligator-tron in the future. He is such a classic player on this DP roster. Been there since off-season 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, he's a very good player. Like his Zen, like he's extremely good.
He is definitely one of the most underrated supports. And like he said, his Zen, like, might be the best in all tier 3 potentially. I don't know if it's a hot take, but his first Zen is killer. It's something that we don't see that much often because Steph is kind of taking that like support role for DP, but it is quite the killer when Fur gets to play that Zen.
So we're just waiting for the ready off DP, and then we'll go into map 5, and we do have the readies. So map 5
right.
Starting up.
Map 5, Bijan Tower. Both teams 2-2. DP trying to get this broom shaken, and Zanshin trying to get the scissors cut in on that broom to get that reverse sweep cancelled.
In all honesty, I was expecting Ridge to come in this map, but I suppose if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, especially especially with like Honey Biscuit, you know, having like all those pop-up plays and Pop-Tart not really be contested on that Sombra so far this series. Yeah, I like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just stick right to it. All right, so that's a bit interesting. We're gonna be Steph on the Moira. That's a bit of an interesting pick coming up there on the side of DP.
Well, normally with DP on these kind of maps, they run Jokingly, and Jokingly's normally the Moira player.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
But it doesn't seem like they wanted to commit to that right now.
Sovereign hasn't picked yet.
Oh, Roadhog. Oh, that's intriguing. The Roadhog coming out from Sovereign. And if that were, which could be a double-edged sword. If he gets hacked, that's 3 Ultras for Pop-Tart. But if he hooks Pop-Tart, that's Death Sombra. Alright. The May almost being taken down with Ardemo. He has to back up. Zanshin waiting for the resources to be up and ready, and there they are. John Hawk walled away from his team. Can't be saved in time. We're 5-5 now. Zom is actually being taken out by Pop-Tart there. Both missed onto the Sombra. But this May is getting so much work right now for Zanshin. Freezing away, and he's taking down the headshot. The dink onto Demo. That's the threat that you want down. Shatter does come through, and it's going to be combined with the one. The Shatter from John Hawk cancels instantly. Steph builds up the pull one. It's popped right now. He has melting fools left and right. And DP, after a back and forth exchange from Zanshin, will be able to cap.
I have to give credit to the Diving Phoenix support there, because they was keeping up Chuck so much.
Zanshin Tactics pushing back in right now. They have the Blizzard ready to go. It's just not be eaten by Chuck. If it's eaten, that's game over. That's a game over. Team fight lost. But this shit bomb, and there's the AP bomb combo, and it gets Demo. Zanshin did not rotate away fast enough. Immortality can save John Hawk in the split second, and DP storm forward here on Control Center. Killbot trying to get out if he can, but he might be caught. He gets out perfectly in time. And Zanshin are back into the spawn room, and they're gonna be staying some swaps here. Sovereign getting off the Roadhog and going to the Zarya. Window's popped, but it's a bit of an aggressive window from Nat. Not going to be getting much value there at all. Blizzard, however, catches them. Nat is down for the count. The trade. The High Noon finding Zoms there. Shadow does come through in the back line and catches Honey Biscuit, but you gotta turn. But if you're Texas tanks, you gotta turn around. There's a John Hawk in the back line, and man, he is shredding through. Dang Legion pushing forward, not giving up just yet. He wants to commit there, but it is not the play. He's taken down, and now we are at 84% match, or I should say, last team fight for Zanshin Tactics. They have double support ults ready to go. They just have to pop them in the right order. Saul coming in from Killbot. He's trying to stall as long as they can, but he is taken down by John. His pulse is popped, but it might not be enough. The shatter is quite humongous from John Hawk. However, the cleanup is not coming from DP. They gotta go up faster if they want to take this series. And there a fat fire strike from John Hawk. So brittle, the charge almost having to grab there. It's taken down. Immortality catches the bomb, makes it quite unbalanced there. However, the stall is still going through. Hacked out of the chatter. Pop-Tart being an absolute legend right now, and DP will full Control Center.
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
John Hawk has been a man on a mission since being 2-0 down.
He is not ready to go out with a fight. Like he's always one of those players, you know. He's
basically gone to everyone's houses picks him up under his arm and says, "I'm getting us this win."
But it's not only John here though. It's also Pop-Tart on that Sombra. Pop-Tart and John, these two, they're doing some magic tricks right now for a DP. Right, teleporters coming in on both sides. Both teams running the sim strat right now. Pretty common to see here on Night Market. However, it's because the jump rat is going to be it's going to be favoring Zanshin tactics. Zombs fighting two there. Pop-Tart being picked out quite fast, and DP are now back to spawn. Quite instantly, Zanshin tactics getting a fast cleanup there. Swaps are going through immediately. Pop-Tart getting. I'm surprised you're not going on the Sombra. They're going to be committing to the May here. Steph on the Mercy. We're going to try to build up a fast valve here off of their DPS. Wall comes up, and that's up. It's a fat wall. It actually isolates so great for the team. Shatter comes through, and the combo is quite immaculate. However, Zanshin Titans are not giving up just yet. The tire is absolutely humongous. The value is being gained from that one. Zombs turning that fight around perfectly for Zanshin tactics.
You got Killerbot in the front line.
Hey, he's being a bit of Reddit Lucio right there. Being a bit of a cheeky Lucio. DP going for a full rotation on the right, but this is a bit risky with a Junkrat who is now dead. So nope, never mind. No Junkrat. I said corrected. However, you gotta be careful with shatters. Wall being popped right now, and there we go. The Zanshin tactics just get full aggressive, full aggro in, and DP is right back to spawn.
This game ain't over yet.
Zanshin tactics, but hit the 80% mark. And DP, they're now at depth score. They have to get this perfect game. Windows pops up right here, but Zanshin just rotates out of it. Fantastic rotation from Zanshin tactics. Dang, Dijou actually walled off. He's even taken down. Nobody, Zanshin's taken down. Bomb Blizzard combo is gonna be huge.
Oh
the 5K coming from Holy Chuckster. And unfortunately, I gotta put this out. The beat was committed there from Turabot. It wasn't enough from the bomb combo. Unfortunate for that in Zanshin. However, the one advantage they have, DP popped 3 ults there. DP, they only have the high Newton Shatter going into the grab, tire, and coalescence. Their DP's gonna have to play it smart. They're gonna have to get a massive pick when it comes to the Shatter. Maybe even potentially Solar Shatter or support or something here. Grab is popped, but Zombies is taken out early. The tire cancelled actually, and there's a fat Shatter coming out from John Hawk. John Hawk storming forward alongside his off-tank partner, Holy Chuckster. Zanshin had to go back, right back to spawn. However, 50% still on the board right for DP. There's a lot of time for swap to the side of Zanshin, and they're doing just that. Killbot going onto the Batiste.
Chucker's got another Diva bump.
Oh my goodness, he is doing the thing fast. Oh my goodness, he's being quite the immaculate, quite a Chad Diva right now for the side of DP. And Mortality points up a bit too late, and won't be able to save Sovereign. Duplicate Shatter is capturing humongous! Our Demo! With the surprise, Duplicate finds 3! And just from that solo play, that Demo turns it back around, and Zanshin was able to the set. Steph coming in with the touch, but I don't think he can make it with the Valk. He cannot. And now we're 1-1.
What a game this is.
It's quite...
Pop-Tart was like,
oh,
I don't need to be Sombra to combo with my Diva. I'll just send in a blizzard and my diva can get a 5-man.
It's all, I mean, it's all you need sometimes, you know? Just a fat blizzard. Oh. I mean, you also don't. Oh, this has been interesting.
Really?
Zanshin Sim? I don't think DP's gonna respect that, so.
We got the Lucio on both sides. Is Steph gonna keep on the Lucio?
I think he is. I think they want to commit to that Lucio pick. Here they go. Final mount. Zanshin, last man swap. Probably the jump grad, I would assume. Yep, just exactly that. Early pick comes in from John Hawk. Break from the teleport against Killerbot. That's a. That he charges John Hawk, but he charges right into his team, the Immortality Field. Dom's getting the flank, however, but he wins that fight. He barely finds Pop-Tart and can't get it. John Hawk, however, just beat a man on a solo mission. Gonna fire 2 with the fire strike. Daddy needs you down. So we're gonna jump off the edge, just getting a fast reset there. Just... And DP will get first cap here on Garden.
And that's already got window.
That's, oh my god, there was a lot of damage getting pumped in there, so...
look at the charge on the Lucios as well on their ults. Steph on 69%, Killerbot on 13.
It's just, it was because of that pin, you know, that early pick onto Killbot there. It canceled a lot of the ult charge that Killbot could gain there from the team fight. That's an aggressive teleporter. Zanshin is getting aggressive with the telly here. Zonghawk not giving a damn, however, he chose the aggressive pin himself. He wants in, he wants some blood. However, was stepped out. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Chuck also out of mech. It's looking bad for DP. Shatter also being blocked, but it doesn't matter. There's some blood being gained here. Pop-Tart fully charged. Melted in the back by Daisy. Not giving up just yet, however. Daisy fighting 2 there. Might not be enough, however. Because DP still has 4 bodies on the point. That's getting able to stall off. Especially Pop-Tart, who is out of the fully charged there.
Game on.
So we see the switch from our demo back onto the Echo.
Honestly, it's a smart play there. Once you can't cap the first fight with the Sim, you get off it. So it makes complete sense why he's getting off it with to the Echo.
Mounting power to forward shield. Let's do this.
This will kill the Mahal.
Committed here for the cancel. KDB gets sniped by the pin. I knew being popped by Honey Biscuit. The space is made. Zanshin tactics 90%. This is not looking good for Zanshin at all. They're being melted by Chris. DP. Have they done it? Have they pulled off the reverse sweep of one of the craziest reverse sweeps I think I've ever seen? KDB has get the touch with the blade, but they're gonna get melted. Our Devo comes in, right side of them. Doesn't do much out. They're down for the count. Killbot stay alive as long as they can. But John Hawk is being a nuisance. He's swinging away. So I'm trying to find Pop-Tart, but they are melted to a crisp. Devo is the last hope to touch, but he can't! And DP, they do it! They get the reverse sweep against Zanshin Tactics, making this series a finished series 3-2.
What a game to be a part of.
Yeah, honestly, after those dominant first two maps played from Zanshin, that is quite a turnaround to see from DP there. Oh.
Well, you Rabbity, you've seen your second reverse sweep of the week.
Oh yeah, the first one being with them. Against Cosmic Comics, I forgot. There was so we got 2 reverse sweeps this week. Ooh. It's quite well. What a chaotic week this has been. Oh.
We do love to see it, you Rabbity, we do. So now we get the hard part now, because we get to choose our MVPs. Anyone in the chat who's been watching tonight, like while we wait for the nominations from each team, which people would you see get the MVPs tonight?
Whew. mean, there's a lot of throw around here. You know, like Ardemo, Pop-Tart, Chuck, John, That Indeeds You, KDB, Zoms, Honey Biscuit. These are all valid. Like, these are all the ones that anybody can say and be valid with their pick.
Did we do just single interviews? I think we just stay on.
I think it's fine if we do a single interview. If like DP wants to do an interview and Zanshin don't, I think it's fine. Pop-Tart and Nat will be the MVP knobs coming in from the side of Zanshin Tactics.
Yeah, unfortunately as well, Zanshin Tactics can no longer make playoffs, so we'll send our commiserations to the team of Zanshin Tactics.
Quite unfortunate. However, that was. I think even technically, if I'm correct, there were still 2 weeks left. I'm pretty sure, but so even still, you know, them being knocked out this early on into before playoffs. Yeah. They gave. I will say, Zanshin Tactics. They had a great fight. That was a fantastic fight coming out from them, like trying to keep their dream alive. The dream alive there. MVP knobs going for Katie and Zoms.
So we got Pop-Tart and Nat for the nominations from Zanshin, and we have Zoms and KTB, the nominations from Diving Phoenix. Zoomsberry in the chat saying Nat for MVP, please. So we'll have our discussion now then. Tempo.
I already have my 2 picks, like what I think MVP like 2 MVPs should be for tank and DPS, and I think that's, for my personal opinion, John Hawk and Pop-Tart.
John Hawk, definitely John Hawk.
John Hawk. I mean, like after those first 2 maps, he was stepping up there on the main tank. Absolutely, what a splendid performance on the Reinhardt from John coming out here tonight. And I think KDB, my bad, I meant Pop-Tart alongside him on the DPS was such a nuisance for Zanshin. I think she opened up the possibility for this reverse sweep to happen for DP. So if I had to give my 2 opinions, I think Pop-Tart for DPS and John Hawk for tank. Now, Lee, what are your personal picks for DPS tank?
So, John Hawk for me definitely 1,000,000% gets the tank MVP. My DPS, I was, as much as Pop-Tart and Honey Biscuits popped off, you've got to give great credit to Demo and Zoms as well on the DPS roles. But we can't give 3 MVPs to the same team, I don't think.
We can now. This season,
we can?
This season we can. This season we can.
Oh, if that's the case, then my picks would be John Hawk, Pop-Tart, and I would give it to Steph. Because Steph came in on his BAP, on his Mercy, on the Moira, on the Lucio, and I hardly seen him put a foot wrong. I mean, as much as Nat was doing everything what a Baptiste player would do, I think Steph's versatility kind of edges it for me, but that's just my opinion.
Those are quite good calls. See, I was 100% agree with Pop-Tart and John. I was for support. I was thinking more of KDB. I thought KDB had a very excellent series here on Zanshin Tactics. Fully consistent, always great. However, if you want to give it to Steph, I am quite down with that.
I'm very happy to give KDB an honourable mention.
If you want, alright, sounds good. Well, I do that, then sounds good.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. If you're happy with that.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Okay, so MVP tonight on the tank goes to John Hawk, on DPS goes to Pop-Tart, and on to support Steph, with an honourable mention going out towards KTB. We're not going to do the interviews tonight because no one from Zanshin wants to do an interview. So,
Do we not? Wait, I thought we could do wait, I thought we could do interviews. Do we not do that anymore?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, we can do an interview for Chuck if you want. Chuck and Honey Biscuits.
If they want to, they can. But I'm pretty sure you can do solo interviews. I'm pretty sure I did one last week for Bushido Banzai versus Bushido Banzai last week. I'm pretty sure I did one.
Okay, we'll get Chuck in and we'll get Honey in, because then the two who wants to do the interview.
Make sure when you tell Honey to watch her language, because you know Honey uses foul language. Everyone knows that about her. She's not like the nicest person in like our whole team, probably, you know.
All right, welcome guys to the interview. First of all, congratulations on your first sweep against Zanshin Tactics.
Thank you.
Quite the insane game to commentate. So I immediately got a couple questions here.
Sure.
And I'll start off with questions first. So first question comes through. It's about your DPS run here. So you guys had a lot of strategy coming in onto map 3 with the EMP bomb strats. Was that something you guys was that something you guys pulled out last minute against Zanshin Tactics, or was that your trump card against them? Because Zanshin Tactics really didn't see what to do against the Sombra comp. They didn't know how to appeal against it or dive the Sombra. So was that something you guys have planned against them, or was it something you kind of had pulled out last minute?
Honey, can I answer this first?
Yeah, go ahead.
So with the Sombra comp, So with us, more along the lines of that, the Sombra thing is definitely something that Pop-Tart and I have worked with in the past in terms of like what we've been able to pull off. But especially against Zanshin, we kind of had an idea going into it that might be something that we needed to pull out. However, we didn't. It was something that like we had like in our back pocket if we needed to pull it out, and we knew that we were capable of doing that. And especially the coordination between myself and Pop-Tart, especially like with our ability to, like coordinate those ults well. It's something that we've noticed, quite a few times in our scrims that we've done together, and it just came out again tonight. So we were able to really capitalize on that, especially, against Zanshin, where we kind of had a little idea in our head with that. It wasn't something that we were going to like be focusing entirely on, because we try to be, have a lot multiplicity, like being able to be adaptable. But it was something that we were able to, put together in that time. And we, when something works, you push it on, you keep using it. As you saw in those 3 maps following after that 3rd map, especially even with some slight changes in our tactics, we're still able to, keep that roll going.
All right, right on. You have a question? You have any questions to ask, Lee?
Yeah. So I want to say congratulations again to you for the reverse sweep and another step towards the playoffs for you.
Yes.
After map 2 on Kings Row, we had a little issue with obviously Ridge going AFK and stuff like that. How was you able to gather the team going into map 3?
I know for our map 3, so thank you for that question. It's very multifaceted, I would say. If there's one thing I've learned as being the captain of Diving Phoenix for, I'm dating myself, for almost I feel like it's getting close to 2 years now. I've been in the league. Uh, the I've predict the unpredictable is what I've always learned to do. Like I never know what. To be honest, like things happen, and I feel I don't want to be one of those captains where people are like, it's just not my game. Something just happens. But if anyone has been following Phoenix's career or history, if they have ever followed it, they would definitely know that this is not. Adversity is like basically our middle name. Like something's always going to happen. And I go into each map just like counting my lucky stars, and I'm happy that we have such a great stream team and mod team that we're able to accommodate with adversity circumstances. Like what I did with Ridge, like going AFK the way he did, like that kind of thing that we had no idea what was happening. I'm not in the map either, so I as a captain, I didn't. So a good thing I had the other captain and John was able to manage that. And then our other situation, which I had no idea, and I was trying to get a hold of that as well, but sometimes you just don't know what's going to happen with Diving Phoenix. We're a fun team to watch, that's for sure.
That's definitely true, Chuck. Continuing on with that, we just, as a stream team and as a league, we would like to hope everything is okay with Rich.
Yeah, we do too. I mean, I would like to. I know this sounds kind of weird, but I'd like to turn the interview a little bit on Honey Biscuit. Like, how did you feel going into that third map, knowing that all these things were happening in the background?
Well, I just tried to do my best, like walling off anyone that I could so that our team could collapse on them properly.
Mm-hmm.
So just trying to compensate for Ridge not
even up
being
the
there
numbers,
was
like.
my main objective. I was totally freaking out though. I was shaking, I was trying. That's all I can do.
And we kind of know what John Hawk's like. How was John handling it?
John, he's all like rainbows and sunshine, so he's all good. He handled it pretty well.
With you, Honey, like you being in the game with John, and obviously Chuck not being in on that map, how is his leadership and going further into that map?
Well, he definitely kept us together. He knew what to say, how to help us get through that, and to have a solid plan to go in.
Oh, that's great. You got any more questions, Tempo?
Yeah. Oh god, there's a voice crack right there. Yeah, I do. I got one more I want to throw out here. So, one thing I realized about the tank, like with DP, is you guys like to swap your tank lines around a lot. You have to put in like John as like your flex player, who's to play a lot of like roles. And like Chuck's like kind of like the signature off tank, for example. My question was it's more of like a composition thing. With DP, so there was a lot of tank swaps coming in here. For example, you're supposed to have Juju on map 3. You had Bambi map 2. Are you guys planning to get like solidify a tank line for any future matches?
So I think that's a good question, Tempo, and I think it's something that I think we had this like one of the questions last time when I did the interview as well, that kind of brought up about like you're doing a lot of experimentation like in the maps, like you keep changing things up, and it was something that we kind of talked about as well about going into playoffs, especially like trying to get that playoff run, like the experimentation. And the one thing that I like to reiterate again, if anyone is still listening to this interview, is that with Diving Phoenix, like one of the things that we try to encourage and try to support is like having that flexibility in case of like these types of situations in terms of that. So one of the reasons we put in a Bambi for a second map is because we have practice with like it wasn't something that was like, sometimes things happen in like things in people's personal lives, so they're not able to, perform as like much as more recently. However, I knew going into that you know the Bambi with the callouts from both of the John and Bambi would typically go into those types of maps, barring any further circumstance, is a very strong tank line. And same thing when I put Juju and John in, like they work well together when they are playing together, and especially on those map types. Now, sometimes you can't predict when that's what's going to happen, like why you can't play someone for certain maps, and sometimes it was outside the practice range. For a fact, I know we've practiced mini maps the last 2 weeks in scrims of having like Juju and John playing those last 2 maps. So it was kind of a shock when we couldn't play that, but we tried to roll with it. I went to the team, we asked if we could keep rolling what we did, and we did, got that permission, because not saying that we want to be competitive, but also at the end of the day, it's about, you don't want to like alienate anyone as well. So it's a kind of difficult to juggle, but I think everyone on DP understands that this is like, we're going to make this run, like all hands on deck right now.
Alright, right on. I'm out of questions. So, Lee, you have any?
I don't have any more questions, thank you.
Alright, so yeah, that'll be all. Thank you for you two coming on.
A Tempo, I have a quick question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Who do you think's gonna win, Kong, or do you think Gonzo's gonna win?
Hopefully not the movie in the box office, and hopefully it flops so we don't get these terrible King Kong movies and these terrible Godzilla movies anymore. Because nothing can beat the originals. Smile. Now, thank you for the question.
Honey biscuits, I feel sorry for you. So, thank you again, Honey and Chuck, for joining us for the interview.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations again on the win, and
Thank you, guys.
we definitely hope to see you in playoffs. I know you've got 2 hard games coming up.
Thank you, and it'd be nice to make it there. And I know I have faith in my team, and the sky's the limit.
Definitely. Well, we seen last year
Cards
you
in the
beat White
cards,
Walkers, so
Yep.
it's definitely doable.
Yes.
Thank you again.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
All right. See ya.
All right. Yeah, that man, Holy Chuckster, really likes to bring up. Always remind me about the American Godzilla and King Kong reboots. I don't know, weird obsession from him. He likes to rub the salt in the wound, I guess.
Yep. So we'd like to thank everyone tonight for watching, and I've been Lee Ratty as your caster.
And I was SD Tempo as your play-by-play commentator.
And we will see you soon. Bye.